Alright, so in this video what we're going to be doing is looking at how to use inequalities to solve problems. So here we go. If you can't see it, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. It says, Rebecca manages a yoga studio that charges each customer a one-time initial fee. So when you're doing these problems, you need to know what an initial fee is. That's like what the upfront fee that you have to pay for right up front. Okay, so she charges 35 bucks right up front. Okay. And then she charges an additional $12 per class. So it says C represents the number of classes, so that's going to be written as $12 per class. You put 12 times C. And Rebecca's goal is for each customer to spend at least 100 bucks. Now, guys, at least always means greater than or equal to. So something you might want to put into the old journal, that symbol right there, when reading it from left to right, always means at least. Okay, so there's your first part. So our first equation that we're going to be, our first inequality that we set up is this right here, and that's what we're going to use for one of our answer choices. Now we have to solve it. We're going to solve for C. So to solve for C, you have to take away 35, take away 35. All right, so we're going to do 100 minus 35, which is 65. Bring down that greater than or equal to sign. And then once again, you just divide both sides by the number in front of the variable. So 65 divided by 12. So let's just take 65 divided by 12, 5.4. All right, 5.4. So C has to be greater than or equal to 5.4. So this person, if she wants them to spend at least $100, that person, the number of classes is going to have to be equal to 6. That's how many classes they're going to have to take in order for it to be greater. So here's how you could prove to yourself. Ready? If somebody starts off with a $35 initial fee and they take 5 classes at $12 a piece, they spend 95 bucks. But if you start off with $35 and you get 6 classes at $12 a piece, you get 107, which is more than 100. So that's why that's the answer. So here we go. 35. We want it to be greater than or equal to, what's the minimum number of classes that a customer has to take in order for this to work? 6. So we're typing 6. Because it can't be 5. It's got to be 6. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Hit check. Bingo bango. Let's move on. Ooh, the price of a train ticket consists of an initial fee. Once again, I'm going to zoom in right here so we can see it a little bit better. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. So here we go. Charges an initial fee of 5 bucks plus $2.75 per stop. Ooh, and Julia only has $21 to spend. All right, so here we go. The initial fee is 5, so put 5 plus 275 per stop, and S represents the number of stops. So it'll be a big old capital S there, so you don't think it's a 5. All right, and it's got to be less than or equal to 21 because she only has 21 bucks to spend and she can't go over it. So that's like saying at most. That's the most she can spend. Okay. Oh, one thing. Hold on a second. See if I can pause this. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's up there. There. All right. So this is my equation that I'm looking for. Okay, but now I have to solve it. Ooh, I think I found that one. There it is, right there. It's that guy. So here we go. We have 5 plus $2.75 per stop has to be less than or equal to 21. So there's our inequality sign. We're going to take away 5 from this side. We're going to take away 5 from this side because after that, that's $16. But then Julia has got to figure out how many stops, all right, she can get. It's got to be less than or equal to that. So we have to divide both sides by 2.75 on both sides because whatever you do to one side of the inequality, you have to do to the other side because these cancel out. So let's get that 16. I'll clear this out. So all you see is the 16. We're going to divide it by 2.75. 5.8 stops. 5.8. So S has to be less than or equal to 5.8. Well, you got to ask yourself, what number is less than or equal to 5.8? I'm going to say S could be 5. So she can have basically at most, she can do 5 total stops. So let's check it out. Let's see what the old problem says here. It says, what is the largest number of stops that she can afford? We said 5. Like, what's the 50 deal with? So if she had $50, then we choose 50, but 50 is like the miles that she'd like to travel it, but this doesn't have anything dealing with miles. So $5 plus 275 a stop has to be less than or equal to 21, and the greatest number of stops that she could choose would be 5. Hey, look at that. Good work. Way to go, us. All right, let's see what our next. Oh, there's Pebble Beach. Hold on, let me see here. Next problem. Let me zoom out. Next question. Here we go. Alonzo. All right. Alonzo's getting some avocados. Okay. So Alonzo brings $21 to the market to buy eggs and avocados. All right, Alonzo, I like eggs. I like avocados. Ooh, he gets eggs that cost $2.50. So he's already spending $2.50. They must be good eggs. All right. Then he notices the store only sells avocados in bags of 3 for $5. Now, how much does it cost per bag? Per bag, it costs $5. I'm going to put plus $5 per bag, but he only brings $21, so all of that has to be less than or equal to 21. So that's going to be my first one. 250 for the eggs plus $5 per bag for the avocados has to be less than or equal to 21. Boom. There's the answer right there. Now we got to figure out how many bags he can buy. So we take away 250 from this side, and we take away 250 from the other side, and we get 5b is less than or equal to 21 minus 250, which is 1850. If you don't believe me, just take 21, you take away 250, and voila, you got 1850. Now what are we going to divide that by? We're going to divide that by 5 because it's $5 per bag. He can get 3.7 bags. Sweet. So the bags he can get is 3.7, but you can't go to the store and say, hey, can I get 3.7 bags? No, you can't get 3. You can get 4 or you can get 3. So the maximum number of bags have to be less than that. So he can get 3 bags of avocados. All right. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. Do, do, do. Hold on. Where am I? There we are. There it is, 250 plus $5 per bag has to be less than or equal to 21. What is the largest number of Oh, not the number of bags, the largest number of avocados. Well, he can buy 3 bags. But if we look back, it says, haha, there's bags of 3, trying to be all tricky. So he's got 3 avocados in each bag. Put 3 avo. 3 times 3 is 9 avocados. They're trying to be tricky. But did they trick us? Ha! No. No, they didn't, because we read the question, people. We read the question. Come on, zoom out. Zoom out. Come on. Oh, I'm hitting enter. Boom, nailed it. Okay. Next question. And the last and final question. That's all we're going to do. This is going to be the final one. It says, oh my goodness, Nancy needs at least 1,000 gigabytes of storage. That's a lot of storage right there. So she needs at least. So she's got to have greater than or equal to 1,000 gigabytes. Okay? Of storage to take pictures and videos on her upcoming vacation. All right? She checks and finds she has 105 gigabytes available on her phone. All right. She plans on buying additional memory cards to get the rest of the storage that she needs. So it looks like she already has 105 gigabytes left on her phone. So obviously she has an Android and not an Apple because, Apple just has you can't just add memory cards, okay? And the cheapest memory card she can find holds 256 gigabytes and costs $10. And she wants to spend as little money as possible and still get the storage that she needs. So she already has 105 gigabytes free because it tells us, it has right there, 105 gigabytes available. All right, so she's going to buy some memory cards, and C represents the number of memory cards. Now, each memory card holds 256 per card. So there's our equation. 105 plus 256C, but she wants it to be at least, we want it to be greater than or equal to 1,000. She wants it that right there. That's what she wants. So that's the answer for that one. Now we're going to figure out how many memory cards that she needs. So we're going to take away 105. We're going to take away 105, and that's 256. C has to be greater than or equal to. All right, we're going to take 1,000, and we're going to minus it by 105, which gives us 895. But each card only gets 256, so we're going to divide that by 256, 3.5 basically, 3.5. So the C has to be greater than or equal to 3.5. But you can't go to the store and get 3.5 memory cards, but you can go to the store to get 4 memory cards. So she needs 4 memory cards, and they each cost $10. So if they each cost $10, that means she's got to go to the store and have $40 to spend. Now, here's the thing. Technically, she needs to have to figure in tax. So technically, in the state of Texas, she'd have to do 40 times 1.0825, and she'd actually have to bring $43.30, but they don't ask about tax. So maybe they're living in Oregon instead. Okay, so here we go. So here's our scenario. We got answer choice D right there. It says, what is the least amount of money Nancy can spend to get the storage that she needs? Technically, if in the state of Texas, we would say $43.30, but we're going to say $40. See if we got everything right here, okay? She needs to get at least 4 memory cards. They cost $10 a piece. All right. Look at that. Great job. So do not worry about worrying about sales tax like the real world does. Let's just pretend we live in Oregon where there's no sales tax, okay? And that's how you solve these problems. Hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day.